Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Mic is good. OBS functioning well. Happy days. Sound is good. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. I'm glad somebody is here. Right, bright and early. Very good. Let's how do we want to do this today? What do we want to talk about today? We just talk about what do we want to do today? EC trades, how you doing? Hello, sir. Oh, ma'am. Whoever you are. How was your day today, guys? How was the market today? Was price trash? Ha! Listen, let me tell you guys something. You may be early. Some people might not be here. But I'll tell you what did go down today. While price was trash, boy, it was fantastic, folks. The level of precision, the level of control, the things that I preach, the things that I have learned, and the things that I am like, gentlemen, this is what you need to focus on. Even when price is quote unquote trash. Today was fantastic. So, who's ready for the recap? What happened on Discord today? You guys notice how I've been doing this now for about, today is Tuesday, right? Today is Tuesday. So I've been doing this for about, I think 11 days. I think today's day 11 or so, maybe 10 or 11. I may be counting wrong. But folks, the level of consistency that is being displayed, this is why it happens, folks. When you are in a place where you study and you study and you're studying, you're putting in the hard yards. And then you realize, wait a minute, I'm starting to notice something. There's something going on. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on. That's the premise. That is the first premise in your understanding. And so you get to a place where, well, what are we going to do? You keep on locking in. You keep on studying. You're putting things together. You're putting pieces together. And eventually you're going to arrive at an unexpected date. You're going to arrive to a point where you realize, I knew this all along. I had this ability all along. I had this knowledge all along. Because what's really going on is you're building ammunition to attack an enemy who has all the trillions to destroy you. Not only do they have the financial weapons to destroy you, they also have the technology to destroy you. They have the means, all the intelligence, everything necessary to control the world. And you think you're just going to rock up and you're just going to look at a chart and you're going to beat them at their own game without divine help? Listen, man. Let me tell you something. Look at this PD array right here. Initially, this is what I had. It was a genuine mistake, so the guys know it was a genuine mistake. But this is what I had initially. And I was like, oh, this is the controller. But for some reason, for some crazy reason, I didn't even look at this SIBI. I just, for whatever reason it was, human error. So that was my first human error. I guess that you guys get exposure too. How about that? But anyway, you know, eventually, like right around there, I adjusted it, and I'm like, oh yeah, actually, yeah, that's the PDRA, that's the one, and boom, right there. Look at that. Look at this, folks. Now, let me introduce you to real control. As price was opening, and doing all this mad wiki stuff, we already had this. As normal, we have this low, we have this low. I'm gonna take this off because it's irrelevant now. But at the time, basically what I just took off was the it was the 50% of the opening range gap, the RTH range gap, right? So we had that as a draw to pull price down. That's what we had. And then we were saying, well, if that's going to happen, then we expect certain prices to be made reference to. Boom. So we had this low right here, okay? Right from the get, 9:30, it just spiked higher, and then as it was coming lower, I said, here we go, right out the gate. I literally said that as this candle was coming lower like that. I said, well, it looks like we got it right out the gate, folks. Right out the gate, we had this. 1 minute, cooked, boom, all the way to take these lows. Right there, return back up there to the rejection block, right? And then started coming lower again to take this low and to take this specific lows. Delicious, absolutely delicious. But while that was printing, look at this. As these were printed, this CB there, you had this wicks, you had this, you know, this candle with this wicks, and it was trash, folks. But there's no such thing as price is trash when you know exactly what was expected. And here's the other funny thing. We had the right out the gate, the Discord started at 9 a.m. so 30 minutes before the New York Open. About 15 minutes into it, so we had about maybe 10 minutes to the Open. I said to them, or maybe just before the Open anyway, I just, you know, made the point, by the way, guys, today we are only going to look for one thing. One thing. We're only going to focus, zero in on one thing. And guess what it was called? The executioner. So yeah, today, I was like, yeah, today is executioner day. And that's all we did. That's all we looked for. It was fantastic, folks. It was absolutely fantastic. It was beautiful. But yeah, so, you know, we had these candles printing, going back to the controller. We had these, like, notice how the candles were printing large ranges on the 1 minute. It was so fast, but then the bodies will close. Like, it was so weird, man. It was just, you know, manipulation galore, right? But we don't care because we stay in control. So as I was, you know, showing the guys, as I was doing my thing, you know how it goes. It was just beautiful, man. It's like boom, this low, boom, that low, then back to the controller, and then back there. It was crazy. But the most beautiful part about it is that I was trying to make sure we annotated the times. It's like, I want to see, hey, Clay Slayer, how you doing? Good morning. It's a morning for you. It is nighttime for me. It is 8:41 for me. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so, you know, we had this, and then we just kept going like that, and it was just up and down until they took over. What time was it when 7:41 a.m. Whoa. Good morning to you. Where are you from again? You're not, I know you're not, I know you're not the guy from Portugal. Wow, that time zone is wild, bro. We're like almost 12 hours apart. Oh yeah, Hawaii, that's what it was. You're the Hawaiian person. Nice. Well, enjoy the morning. It is nice to live in paradise. I live in European paradise. But yeah, yeah, so we are this busy. And I'm going to try and go through this a little bit faster because there's some topics I'm thinking of diving into today. Oh, yeah. Because guess what I heard, people? Apparently, my name is popping up. Mr. 700 followers on Twitter, his name is popping up in different places where his name should not be popping up in. Yeah, that's what I heard. It took me aback. I'm like, really? You know, I'm being told like, yeah, man, people talk about your YouTube. I'm like, what? I literally only have like 100 or 200 views every time. You know, I don't think it's that wild. So it's telling me that the same number of people are here. And if you're here right now, let me tell you something. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Because your eyes are finally being opened to a level of control that the people who are leading you, and some people you're paying them, they ain't got it like this. They are not like this, folks. What I'm sharing for free, they ain't got in their premium packages. You know why? Because they ain't purists, folks. It is sinful. I'll say it again. It is a sin, absolutely sinful, for you to get something for free and then charge on top of that. It is a sin. It is wrong. It is morally wrong. There's nothing godly about it. And I'm telling you, there's a judgment for that. It is sinful. Yes, I'll tell you that. It is absolutely sinful. So there you go. There's my opinion on that topic. Guess why? Because I paid, y'all. I paid. Yes, I did. I paid, folks. I paid not only with sweat, not only with real life and time, but I paid with every dime. Every dime. Oh, no, I'm saying that it is sinful for someone to get something for free and then go around and charge premium money on top of that. That's why I understand the narrative, I understand the sentiment. But hey, if you pay to get something, then okay. It's yours. You didn't just, you didn't get it for free. There's a balance, There's a balance. You paid for something. You paid for a knowledge. You paid for something. It's yours now. It's like getting getting a house for free, like a really good, expensive house for free. Somebody just dashed it to you, for free. And then you start selling bits of that house to people. You sell this, the kitchen utensils, you sell this, you basically sell it. There's something I don't know, maybe it's a wrong analogy, but just something doesn't sit right because it was given to you for you to live in it for yourself. You know, that kind of thing? But you now want to, just something weird about it, but, wrong analogy. But the point is, it is different when you buy a house and then you sell the house. There you go, folks. There you go. You don't have to agree, But anyway, yeah, so I'm hearing all kinds of things, and I'm like, we might delve into that topic today. Why? Because holy is the Lord. You gotta keep it all pure, folks. Keep it all pure. Absolutely. Yeah, so the point is, we had this controller here, AM session. You draw it up to, yes, wrong analogy, but it's a good one if someone gave it to you for free for the sake that you couldn't afford it and needed a place to live. It's unethical. Yeah, probably a wrong analogy for sure. It didn't land properly, did it? But yeah, anyway, yeah. So we had this fair value gap right here that was drawn to 1030. This was also drawn to 1030 at the time, and then we had this raid, and then drew this all the way to 1130. Okay, and then we had this here. We had this return to the controller again, and then we rallied, and then we had this low because right at the 1130 open, you have this high, and then you had these lows right there, and that was that. And then I drew this. Now at 1130, around 1130 something, I put two of the guys. They volunteered to do the drill. So the 15-minute drill where you are expected to use the 1 minute time frame, each candlestick, and you're using it to predict the next one, and you want to basically call, or you want to print the charts like you're the market maker. You want to pull it down, and you want to push it up, and whatever it is in your heart, your read, and it's got to line up with the charts. And so it is a very difficult task. Now, in fairness, the sessions today were very difficult. As you can see, look at this. In real time, this is messy. But in the midst of that, I was still asking the guys, why? Why do you want to see that? Why must that print to go where? We want to know why. We want a sense of control. We want to understand the logic behind why the candle must print that way. And so these exercises, and here's the truth, right? You don't know what you're going to get. That's the beauty. Now, I get to do it for about an hour or two, that kind of stuff. I do for about 2 hours, that kind of stuff. Maybe I get to, like, I'll skip, in between. Like, say, for example, I skipped in betweens, like certain candles, because it was doing nothing. So my initial read, still stayed the same. But the point is, when you're reading to stay in control, you want to be using every candle. As you guys are probably, you've seen little bits and bobs, around that kind of process or utilization of skill. But yeah, so that's what we got here. And then it came down here while one of the guys was, taking care of business. And then at 11:45, the next man took over. And then, it's, there you go. It's like we went rallied up, and then it came back down. And then I'm going to take this off. And then came back down into it. Now, this is what I want to show you, by the way. I just want to show you how, look at this, folks. Does this make sense? Isn't that beautiful? The beauty. The beauty of precision. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So basically that was that between 11:30 and 12. Now I'll tell you something. I was saying to the guys, I wanted 300 around here. It was around this time, just before 11, if I can get it. So while price was going higher, we were getting danced around. It came back down, and then it literally just one shot, boom, like that. So I got my 300. Guess where I was calling 300 from? Right here. Like right there, actually. Yeah, around here. So 11 a.m. opened, and we were like, yep, 300. If we You know, if we start getting the things I want to see, we're going to take this high and then we're going to go 300. Easy, simple. 300 hit, and then I said, you know what? If we take this high, we're going to go 320. What's that high, folks? Look at this high. Now, this is what you need to start listening to. You need to start understanding. Because when I tell you something, you need to realize Cappuccino Jones, he got that. Boom. Like that. Yeah. 319.75. I missed it by a tick, folks. A tick. Yeah. 25 cents. Missed it by 25 cents, people. Yeah. Let's get it right, folks. Let's not mess about. 320. 25 cents, people. 25. Chicolas. Chicolas said that's ICT level precision. Listen, bro. Chicolas. We got that Chicolas precision. You get me? Chicolas amigo. Yeah, Chico precision. Yeah, man. ICT precision. That's what we're talking about. I learned well. I studied hard. I didn't mess about. I was locked in, folks. I've been telling people the stories when ICT started unleashing all these PD arrays in the last 2 years since 2024. Go do your research and go find out who was the one asking all these questions. Who was the one pestering? Bah! Hey, yo, coach, what about this? Hey, yo, coach, what about that? Yeah, you know what? Show us the wraith. What is the wraith? Yeah. Who do you think was asking about the wraith PD array? The charter members know. They know who's who, folks. I wasn't messing about. I was shamelessly asking, hey, yo, listen, man, what is the wraith? You better give us this thing. And the man wouldn't. He just wouldn't give us. But guess what? Guess what, folks? We were locked in. I was asking questions. I was like, inefficiencies, anything inefficiency on earth. I just wanted to know. Because I realized anytime this guy got precision, like I'm talking about on the dime, it had to do with the inefficiencies. There was always an inefficiency around the corner. There was always an inefficiency that was invisible. Invisible. Yeah. Clay Slay said, are we going to trade or talk about past? Are you looking for signals, bro? Are you looking for signals? Is that what it is? Is that what the question is? Are you looking for signals? You know, some of y'all get cheeky up in here. But let me tell you something, man. You're messing with the wrong guy. You would get a clap back. Are you looking for signals? Is that what it is? I'm not responsible for your success. If you're looking for a signal, just say so. Otherwise, try learn something. Yeah? Yeah, don't come into my chat and start chatting anyhow. I've already entertained you for 2 weeks. But from now on, Mr. Nice Guy, he's gone to the shops, bro. Yeah, he ain't here. Now you're getting Mr. General, Commander-in-Chief. That's what you're gonna get. You say the wrong thing, I'm gonna boot you out of here, bro. Yeah, see you, bro. Later, bro. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't appreciate nonsense. People want to get rude. They think they can say anything in the chat. We live in a generation where people don't know how to talk anymore. Derek says, hello, bro. I'm a beginner forex trader. Can you take me through? Okay. Thank you, Derek, for asking this question. So if you are a beginner, you just started trading, you just got into this game, financial markets, in the last 12 months or so, I would even say 18 months. This is my advice to you. You go to Inner Circle Trader, and you go watch his core content 2016. There's a reason why I always encourage people to go there. You do not need to pay anyone $0. You do not need to pay anybody a cent as a beginner. Zero, because you don't even have a business yet. You don't even know what you don't know. So if you're paying someone, and on top of that, you don't even know if they got it or not, there's a risk. Not only are you risking on time and a solidity of knowledge, but you're also risking your finances. So you should not pay. So you do your digging, go to Inner Circle Trader, and go watch his videos for free. Just go watch his videos for free. It is free. There's about 1,000 videos or so. There's a lot of videos you can go through for free. So that's my personal suggestion or advice to anyone who is free. So, some people like Derek, I appreciate your stage. I remember when I was a beginner as well. It is a precious stage. It is a precious moment because you're green. Like you're pretty green, and because you're green, it's like a baby stage, and this is a precious place. So if you can go in with innocence, you don't know anything, you go in right with the right information, you avoid all the mess that we had to wash ourselves off. We had to wash it off our off our brain, because we were learning a lot of things that weren't some things help you grow in terms of industry knowledge, but a lot of other things are just ideas from way back in the day. Whereas for me, in my own honest opinion, ICT he really started preaching precision concepts, and that's what really gave a lot of people the confidence that they needed, I think. So yeah, scar tissue. That's what it is, man. A lot of scars up in here. A lot of scars. Absolutely. Maybe that's why I'm like, I ain't got time to entertain trolls or anything that even remotely looks like trolling or anything. I don't even entertain no more. You don't know how to talk? Get out of here, man. I ain't got time for you. Why don't you go do your own live stream and show us precision on the 1 minute? How about that? So 12 p.m. Boom, like that. Bullish order block rallied right up to the high as the gentlemen were, walking this thing here, and they were painting it down. If you start, you will reduce. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we had this suspension block here. Let me show you. Let me show ya. There you go. Volume imbalance, and fair value gap in there. So suspension block. And that was that. And that was it. And then I had to spend some time speaking with a gentleman afterwards, because I'm still going through the one-on-one calls with people. And that's all that was. Today was really good, if I'm being honest. There are things that I obviously don't want to share here, so I can't go into too much detail about what happened here. So I'm just going to take this off because we don't need it now. And then we can get into different topics. I'm going to leave the liquidity rate just because, for tomorrow. And here we are. Wow, who's that? Who's bearing that music, yo? Who's got the disco in the car? Yeah, so I'm going to take this off as well. Actually, no, I will leave it so I can remember our pre-New York session highs. I mean, not pre-launch highs, okay? So that's your pre-launch high, 1127. That's the highest high between 9:30 and 11:30. There's your pre-launch high. This is your pre-launch low. This is your launch low. We have this 12 noon low, and we've got a 107 high. Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Boom, shakalaka. That's how you do that. You take this, you move that there. Usman said you set to mention redelivery balance for here or Discord. Not sure. Oh, no, no, no. Redelivery balance is for Discord. There are things that I do not have any. Put it this way. There are people here who apparently they're selling mentorships too. So they're my competitors, you know, like a businessman. And everybody doing their thing, no criticisms, do your thing. But yeah, apparently they're here and they're watching my videos. Could you believe that? They're here, they're watching my videos and they're taking notes, and then they go flex. They go flex like, they have their own intuition. Remember, some people would be like, oh yeah, I remember someone, I wouldn't call him a gentleman, that's for sure. But yeah, I remember someone saying that, yeah, dog eat dog world, it's a joke. I know, it is what it is. So, right? I remember someone said that they had an intuitive realization, like as if they basically discovered, or some sort of revelation, something about speed of delivery. And I was like, what? Bro, I know you saw my post on Twitter. How can that be intuitive? You can't show off something that ain't yours. I know for a fact you saw my Twitter. And how do you know, like, how do I know when people are taking my stuff and then, they're making it sound like it's theirs? It is when they say they got this thing by themselves, and then what they're talking about is literally, they completely just botch the idea because they don't even understand it. They don't understand it. This is why I always say, you give glory to God and you give credit to ICT. I do that all the time. I don't claim this one is mine. There are some things I found for myself, but I don't go around preaching about that because there's no point. I can share it in private, but not in public. You don't do that. Why would you try to outshine people who handed you over, who handed something over to you? It's because, these guys, they're trying to come up with their own thing. They're trying to come up with their own ideas. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, we're going to get into it. But yeah, it's like they're trying to outshine and they don't even know what it is. That's why I will never try to outshine my own coach. I'll talk about my understanding of what I've been taught, how I studied, how my realizations and things, and I show people, absolutely. But to claim that, oh yeah, I got this, like execution. Execution is just a name by Usman in the chat. Usman came up with a word, executioner. And then we created a, PD array around it. A logic that prints all the time. Yeah, all the time. And folks are loving it right now, aren't ya? They are loving it, man. Derek said, please, can you spell the word, bro? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Clay Slade didn't. Maybe he meant something else, but he definitely. Yeah, maybe he didn't communicate it right. Lunch lows are next. Lunch lows. Can you give me the time for lunch lows, please? What lunch low? We want to entertain also. Absolutely. We try to entertain. Later, bro. Oh, that's what that was. Core content 2016. Scar tissue. Okay. I think today's price action and high resistance liquidity run conditions separate which concepts really work. Yes. Yes, Usman. I appreciate that. Today was one of those days where the real get exposed. Today was one of those days. Absolutely. Today was one of those days. I personally enjoyed it because while I was doing my thing, right? I was saying to them, I bet you on Twitter, people are saying price is trash right now. And we were just designing this thing the whole time. It was being designed. It's like, okay, well, if this happens, then this is what I want to see. Now, granted, I was making the point. Like I made sure to, to make the point that we're early in the day. We have manipulation. Price is gonna be trash because you've got controller doing his thing. And it was just all day, like the whole time. The first hour anyway. And it was beautiful. But yet it was like, hey, we're going down, we're going for these price targets. We know where it's going. Don't worry. All these things. Now, come on now. You try to be entertaining and whatnot. But the point is, we got it pretty. It was good. It was good. And I think that is the type of confidence that I'm trying to transmit to people around me. We're gonna preach the good news, folks. The things that people are hoping to get. We're gonna preach that, man. We will preach the truth. Because you shall know the truth. And guess what? It will set you free. But anyway, with all that said, it is 2:07. Exity, my man. My man. How you doing? How's Portugal? Meva said, today was insightful, focused on one thing, and it played out over and over again. I went back now to backtest the morning. Yes. That's how you do it, my brother. Y'all hear that? It played out over and over again. Yeah, I didn't say that. Somebody else did. It's in the chat. I didn't say it. So you can't say, well, Cab is making stuff up. There are people in there. I think today we had 12 people, 11, 12 people or so. Yeah, we're growing, folks. We are growing. And there are some people who, they didn't even make it. But we are growing. There are 14 spaces left. 14 in 2 weeks. There are 14 spaces left for the founding, the founder member, deal, if I can put it that way. 14. And it's only it's only day 12. Yeah. So basically it's about a, sign up a day, thereabout roughly. But yeah, people want the truth, folks. Maybe they're seeing the YouTube, of course I asked the question, what got them here? Why did they really want to make the decision to go ahead and, take the next step? And a lot of them say, well, they followed me on Twitter, so that's one. And then number two, the YouTube. They saw that, I did a YouTube, they watched the live streams, and they were like, yeah, okay. And some of them, they mentioned the highlights of specific videos, and they were like, bro, nah, that is just wild. How did you? Yeah, man, we're real. We are transparent. We are honest. It is what it is. Like, there's no gimmick here. No gimmick, folks. Independent thinkers making the decision to run an independent game. Anyway, let's get into 210. So we are just past the macro right here. But let me signify the boom right there. Chicolas. Do you see some Bible verses play in the charts in lifetime? I found the same Bible verses. Explain what you mean by Bible verses. Like, do you mean things like the last shall be first, the first shall be last? Or do you mean things like, he is a stronghold? Huh? Or do you mean things like, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? Ooh, shadow. Oh yeah, the valley with a shadow. Oh boy. Well, if that's what you mean, then okay. But no, I don't see Bible verses on the charts. But If you mean things like, yeah, if that's what you mean, then okay. Then I understand what you mean. Like, one thing that helps me when it comes to my walk, my faith, one thing that helps me has been good Bible knowledge, of course, but also I discovered apologetics. I don't know if you guys know about apologetics, but one thing that helped me along my journey is apologetics and evangelism. Yes, I was, there was a time when that was the lifestyle, and I do miss it. As a matter of fact, I do enjoy talking to people about Christ and my faith. I love talking about God, but yeah, those two things definitely helped me. And then when it came to the realm of trading, I realized that the way the Bible was put together, there's a lot more intelligence. And I'm talking about scientific, mathematical things. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, you might want to do your research. You don't have to take my word for it. You only heard it from a guy who's weird on YouTube, right? Yeah. You might want to do your test on that. I guarantee you, it will shock you. So yeah, when ICT says things like his Enigma or his logo is Bible based, it's like I can understand the thinking, the logic. I can understand yeah, I totally understand that. Now, does it sound woo woo kind of thing? You don't have to believe it. I believe in God, and I'm telling you, I believe in God. I fully believe that God will help each person understand. What does the Bible say in the New Testament? It says, "He who lacks wisdom, let him ask. Let him ask of God." Okay, let him ask from God. If you lack wisdom, ask God. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Thank you, Chicolas, for that question. Chico, my man. Exity said, I have a question. By the way, based on how I play, what do you think I should study? Yesterday, I started studying the ranges you usually mark for me. I understand the concepts, but analyzing. I can't remember how you play, but if you want to study ranges, I would say the one that easily comes to mind is One Setup for Life. It's a popular one. It's a very popular one. One Setup for Life. So if you go on ICT's page and you look up One Setup for Life, you can go watch that. You can go watch that video. It will help you. He dealt with a lot of range related stuff in 2022 mentorship. ICT logo is the real world cross connection with the Bible. I mirrored that image and got the same logo. Crazy stuff. Wow. Wow. I didn't even go that far, but nice. Nice. Very nice. I like people who go digging. You feel me? You will never find gold without digging. Somebody else had to dig it out. But hey, anyway, I digress. So we have open. Here you go. Opening price. That's what you do. Boom, 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 boom. Bada bam, boom. There you go. Where's my guy that was looking for signals? There you go. There's your signal there. You can target that. There's your signal. You can take maybe 10 pips, 7 pips. There's a seven handle, 7 handle signal. I'm telling you, man, some things rub me off the wrong way. I can't stand them. I just can't. Yeah, I know. You seen One Setup for Life, bro? Usman said, what do you think of today's 12:47 a.m. fair value? Yeah, let me see. Midnight 47. That's like London session, right? Well, pre-London session. It formed around 75%. It was way too low. Actually, this is a good opportunity for me to address something. Gentlemen, I know, and I get it. I know we all love to that right there. I see what you mean. I know we all love to make notes and we all love to address things that already happened. But you see, here's the problem. There's a thing going on right now. And it is about when you address something from the past, like past price action, people will accuse you of hindsight. Okay? They'll accuse you of hindsight. So what I try to do is on Discord, we do foresight galore. Like we don't do hindsight stuff. Zero. And I got witnesses. And the list is growing. It was at one point it was 2 people, then it was 4 people, then all of a sudden it was like 11 people, right? So the list is growing. And we don't do hindsight nothing. We do 9 a.m. Hey guys, who's in the house? Who's in the house, right? You know, like who's here? We're giving a couple minutes for everybody to come in. And then it's how was your day? You know, typical intro stuff, right? That you would typically do. And then once we get into it, like about 15 minutes before the 9:30 open, foresight, folks. It is a look forward all the way to 12 p.m. No hindsight nonsense. None of that. Some people are executing in the back end. None of my business. No financial advice. So I don't, you know, they do what they want to do, to each his own. But it is foresight. And then I end, you know, we have the Discord, you know, it ends. And then we come on YouTube. Well, you know, I get on YouTube. And then I talk about what we did. Some things I'm willing to share. Some things I'm like, nope, I'm going to leave that behind. Yep. You cannot give everything that you shouldn't be given. It's, you know, it's a right, you know, kind of thing, right? So basically, yeah, Foresight Academy. Thank you, Usman. You see, that's something I can admire. Foresight Academy, absolutely. But yeah, so basically, that's how it goes. That's been my format for the last 2 weeks. Apparently, it's working because you get to show people what you did. It gives a little bit of a taste of what they could, you know, aspire to, you know, for themselves. You know, you don't need to learn it from me or anyone else. We all watch the same videos. We all watch the same videos from ICT. That's just the truth. So I say that all the time without fail. We all watch the same videos, folks. And yeah, you know, even the time crackers, you know, they crack time. We all watch the same videos, man. We all do. Let them have it, yo. So there you go. Clay Slate. There you go. There's your trade. You know, there's your 7-handle trade. There you go. See that? It's been breached. Boom, boom, boom. Now it's been breached. There you go. You want signals? There's your signal. I can't stand those kind of things. I think they're wrong. XT said, I'm just trying to develop a sense of timing to know when to enter, when to exit, and when I shouldn't take a trade. For me, the hardest part is identifying real market structure breaks. Really. On the 1-minute chart and avoiding fake outs. Oh, on the 1-minute chart. Okay. I know it's not about the zone. You're right. It is not about the zone. It's about the timing, but sometimes I still get it wrong. That's part of the process. Well, you know, on YouTube, I can only send you to ICT. That's all I can say. Because if I say, oh, go to Algowick, it'll be like I'm marketing my own self, right? So, and then they'll say, oh, I'm just trying to, take your money, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so there you go. I cannot teach anything on YouTube that hasn't been taught before. That's the whole idea. But nevertheless, let's talk about something. You've got breakers. You're looking for a breaker. What you need to do is to go back test how breakers form. To go back test, dig into candle by candle the formation of breakers. Why do they print? Why should a breaker break? What is the origin of a breaker? Why is a breaker so necessary in that specific example? What is the sequence of a breaker? Now, I'm not talking about a breaker took liquidity and then when price, like a bullish breaker, it took sell side and then when price came back, it took the buy side and therefore it became a bullish breaker. I ain't talking about no nonsense. That's old news, folks. Old news. Old news. People, if you want to claim to be elite, if you want to know, like XT is asking, how do you develop the sense of timing? You need to backtest this thing so hard to know when to enter, to know when to exit, when to not participate, because you're looking for that control, that flexibility in your handling of price. You need to go dig and dig and dig. So if you're looking for something like structure-wise, because I saw something about market structure breaks and all that kind of stuff. So a breaker, for example, what you need to do is you need to dig and do your study to be able to determine when a breaker should form before that breaker candle forms. Not after when the breaker candle forms. You have to get to the point where you are predicting when the breaker candle will form and now the breaker sequence is initiated. You want a level of control to know when to enter, when to exit, all these things. You want that level of control. You need to be able to dig and make it your model. Yes, it sounds crazy, but I'm doing it on Discord, folks. I've done it multiple times on Discord. So, like nobody can say it can't be done. We predict things before they print, folks. I tell my guys, I am bullish. But right at the open today, we're going to go for this low, that low, that low, that low. And then I tell them there is a specific thing that's going to print. And when it does, you can expect boom, boom, boom. Like that. Oh, yes. We're bullish, folks. We're going for daily fair value gap, folks. We're going higher, folks. We're going to hit the previous day opening candle, folks. We are rallying up. But before we rally up, we going all the way down to grab all the ammunition so we can catapult all the way up. And that's what you're seeing right now. Chikola said, I hope to achieve that level of accuracy soon. Hey, listen, I learned from ICT. That's the truth. I learned from ICT. Thank you. Sound crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but we're doing it. People are seeing it. They're seeing it. They're seeing it, folks. I would have a bias sometimes. Oh, I'm bullish. Price is going down. No problem. But here's the key part. As price is going against me, I'm literally directing. So I can know my initial bias is wrong, but it doesn't affect me. Because now I am printing against me. I am printing my own embarrassment. Control. That's what I've been preaching. That's what I preach. And that's what I believe everybody's got to aspire to get to. because that's what the man's been preaching himself. Never thought of studying price action in that way. Oh, well, you know, now you know, sir. We all need to aspire to greatness. Otherwise, yeah, I want to be in control of my finances, folks. I want to be in control of my life. I want to learn how to, how to be a man and how to, how to do things, how to comport myself, how to grow. I want to learn how to learn. It's the same thing with the charts. I want to learn everything I can about financial markets. I want to learn why these candles print the way they do, because I know they're printing a sense of value. It's value. They're printing value prices. By the way, you have these equal highs there. I'm going to take these off because, that point is exhausted. And I'm going to take these right there, right here. Just for bands. I'm just going to put it right there. Just for bands, okay? Why here? Because you have these relative equal lows. Like this one looks pretty juicy, if I'm being honest. It looks pretty juicy to me. But I like this one. I just like that one. Why that one? I just like it. I just like it. I like it. Yeah, I just like it. 12, 14 lows. 12, 14 lows. Ah, there you go. We're looking at the same thing. So there's 12, 14, 12, 13. We're looking at the same thing. So, I'm just going to put that right there. And I'm just going to leave this one here. And I'm just going to leave that here. I like it. Connor said he likes it. We go with the signal. Clay, come back. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, yo, Clay, what's up, bro? Are you still in here? There you go, bro. There's a, Chicolas is telling you, Chico, my bro. You can thank Chico. He's calling you back. Yeah, man. So I'm telling you, man, I'm ready for folks. I'm ready. Let's give it to each other, man. You want to bring it? Let's get it. Yeah, so let me do some hindsight explanations, things that we can predict on Discord. Don't worry, Discord people. I'll leave the good stuff out. Let me show you something. Boom. Bada bam boom. This is a close to open. There you go. That's a volume imbalance right there. Screw. This is, should I talk about it? Who wants to know what implied fair value gap is? If you've heard what an implied fair value gap is, put I in the chat. If you don't know what an implied fair value gap is, put no in the chat. So it's I's and no's. Luke knows what an implied fair value gap is. Absolutely. Chicola said no. Okay. Very cool. Chilling guys say, oh, you do. Aye. Very good. So you guys should know then what this is. You posted on Twitter. Yeah, I know. Oh, I definitely know. Nomos know. He definitely knows what implied fair value gap is. Boom. That's 1 and 2. Now, to those who are looking for hindsight precision, how about that? Huh? Look at that. You take 50% of this wick. This is your candle 2, and this is your candle 3. You take the discount wick and the premium wick, and look at that, folks. Screw. How do you like your steak, people? Because I like mine well done. Oh, guess what, folks? So, I am happy to announce that there was a new person in Discord, and whenever I nail those precision, I take the new person every day. We blow their mind. First day, like, what's going on? And guess what I did? I was like, new person, how do you like your steak? because I like mine, well done. That's normally the joke, right? But my man said he likes his steak well done. I was like, get in, finally. I'm not the only one who likes his steak done, the right way. But anyway, Connor said medium rare. Medium rare is the only correct answer. That's Luke said medium rare. Well, yeah. So, yeah, it was it's just like a running joke, and yeah, that's what I. So that's precision right there. Open, boom, right there, and it drops. Like y'all are gonna be looking for implied fair value gaps now. Should we do that actually? Should we do the implied fair value gap video? Yeah, we might as well, right? Let's do implied fair value gap because I know even some people with over 100,000 followers on Twitter, they don't even know what implied fair value gap is. Okay, let's go. Boom, bada boom. Here you go, like this and like that. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this, people. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Where the body's at. I know. Implied fair value gap. It's everywhere, all over the shop. All over the shop. Do you want to do a implied fair value gap hindsight use? Hindsight use. 1138 was nice. 1138. Where was 1138? 1138 is here. 1138, this one? Oh yeah. That's right, Connor. That's right. Boom. Check this out, y'all. Implied fair value gap. Yep. So all you rubbers, there you go. Boom, boom, bang. You see that? There you go. We're gonna do actually, you know what? Yeah, implied fair value gap. That's what we're gonna do today. So I can change the name to implied fair value gap later on. So Chicola said implied fair value gap is 50% of candle 1 and 3 wick. I see. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Very simple. Nothing complicated about it. It is what it is. I'd even give you this one. Here you go, people. There you go. Look at that, folks. There you go. You want that? You want that? You want that? You want that? So you got this rejection block that we've been hit there. My people know what's up. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, we'll do it again maybe tomorrow. Implied favor, yeah. So XT said, I think the people know the concept but lost because take any fair value gap, any. I get what you mean. I get what you mean, and you are right because most people just think it's a pattern. Like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just taking all the implied fair value gaps I can get, and I'm just designing it like that, right? So when you use something like this, it's just a pattern. Like it's literally just a pattern. Am I gonna teach how to actually use it on here? No. Go to ICT. He does it for free. That's a fact. Would you look at that? I know, right? Toss it, bro. Toss it, Meva. You just gotta toss it, bro. You get me? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let me give you guys another one. Hindsight Academy, man. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Would you look at that? So here's the beauty. Here's the beauty, right? Look, I am giving you implied fair value gap inversion. People, I am giving you the inversion implied fair value gap. I'm sure there's a better name for that combo. But look at this, folks. You want to tell me that even in hindsight, they know how to recognize these? They don't, folks. They don't. They don't know. I'm tired of it, man. They don't know. They don't know. I'm telling you. I made a post on Twitter. This is last year because I wanted to, I wanted to show them what's up. So I predicted, and so it was on the 1 hour time frame. So you've got 4 candles to go. 1 hour time frame. And I said, what I want to see is a bullish order block with an implied fair value gap. And I want to see it between this time and this time. Go look at the post, people. Go look at it. Go search. If you type in implied fair value gap, you'll probably get some, like a list of postings. But it was last year. Tell me how you can predict exactly the PD rates to form immediately as of time of posting on the 1 hour time frame. So you know what that means, right? It means I am determining the next 4 hours, not on the 4 hour time frame. I wasn't even looking at the 4 hour time frame. You're predicting the next 4 candles on the 1 hour time frame. Do you know how long it takes for 4 hours to go by? And you have to nail it. And I also included a target. I wanted price to go higher to a specific target to go hit this, but not only the target, not only the bias, I said I wanted it to do it this way. If you know how implied fair value gaps form, you will know how difficult that was. And guess what? Mr. Difficulty achieved his goal. Posted it beforehand. And then I gave them the screenshot afterwards. But they will still slam you with hindsight, I promise you. They will tell you, oh, it's hindsight. Anyway, here's another one for you, hindsight. Let's get it. Yeah, we're just going to do implied fair value gap reads, folks. And then, you know what I'm going to do for you? Are there other implied PD arrays? Yes, there's like a million of them. Every PD array can be implied, by the way. And I know how to imply every single one of them. There you go. 327. I just want to show you something. Okay, 327.25, 322.50. Now I'm going to turn this into a quadrant. Look at that, folks. Implied fair value gap confirms right there. Look at that. Look at that right now. You see that? I know you're seeing it. I know you're seeing it. You see the recalibration there? It literally snapped into the premium of the range. Oh yeah, you're gonna learn. You are gonna learn. If the motorbikes can go away, you're gonna learn. You see that? You saw that snipe. Look at that, folks. Now that's the beauty. You saw that right there. I know you saw it. I don't want to hear stories, yo. No stories. Precision in lifetime for free. I know, right, Chico? Right? In lifetime for free. The paid guys ain't running things like this. I'm using real PD arrays, baby. I told you, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. If it's dealing in premium, what do you expect? Go down to discount. Now, let's do this, folks. We're going to show you some controller level stuff. Controller using implied fair value gaps. How about that? How about that, huh? How about that? Yeah, man. Hey, yo, y'all on Twitter, come find me. Come find me. Watch. We're going to shock you today. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? You crazy? 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. No joke. ISD said, is this something ICT confirmed regarding implying all PD arrays? Yes. Yes. He himself said that you can imply every PD array has an implied version and an inversion version. English. Yeah, every PD array has an inversion. So there you go. And if every PD array has an inversion, then it's gonna have its implied. You see what I mean about controller effect? Look at that. Struggle. You see that struggle? Implied fair value gap. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Struggle, people. I know where my controller is. I know where my controller is. I know who he is, because he is not like man. He is not made of wood. He is not made of rocks and stones, people. My controller, he is spirit. He is omnipresent. He can be in time and out of time. No space can control him. Listen, you cannot contain him. That's my controller. And his name is Jesus the Christ. Always gotta slam some gospel in there, folks. You know it, man. Give me that. Executioner. Just give me that, man. I know my people seeing that execution. They're like, ooh, he saw that, you know. Like, how did he know? What time is it, people? It is 2:43, by the way. Pay attention, class. All y'all, pay good attention, people. Pay attention. You will be in school today, and then you can sell it to your students. Thought you were gonna say something else. What? I don't know what you're thinking. But why am I laughing already, Jay? Why do I feel like you? Why do I feel like you're about to set up something wild? But yeah, anyway, there you go. When I heard rock, oh, I know. Nah, we gotta give a brother a break, man. Oh, actually, by the way, this is what I was gonna draw. Okay, just so you're wondering, what was he trying to draw there? The one that I drew earlier. Now look, people. I want you to look. I want you to look. Are you seeing the beauty? Look at that low. I'm just using implied fair value gaps. In hindsight, look at that. You like it? You like the way it's looking? Here's another one. That's all, folks. Like, this one is the liquidity, so don't mind that. But here you go, 1. Here you go, 2. Here you go, 3, with a gradient. XT said, ICT hiding some things. We looking for sell side, the low of the day, when we should go up today. I don't know what's been hid or hidden. But here you go. There's the draw. There's your draw. What time is that? 2:40, 2:45. Pay attention, folks. Pay attention. Ooh. Pay attention. Yes, just pay attention, people. You are gonna learn something. So we got 2 back-to-back breakaways. Okay, 2 back-to-back breakaways. Guess where? Look at that. Let's give you something. Boom. And another one. Ooh, look at that. Implied fair value gap, people. Boom. Brr, brr. Brr, brr. Boom. Shakalaka. There you go. We got layered 1, 2, 3, and 4. Layered up. There you go. I know my people know what's up there. Now, you have this volume imbalance and you have this BISI. Okay, so you can do it like that. You can get so because you have this breakaway and this breakaway, the very least you want to see is for this to come down there. Like if you're bullish, you don't need that. This thing has to go in a hurry because we need to paint higher time frame, shenanigans, So that's what we got to do. But I just want you guys to pay attention to. You see that? See the way this closed? There you go. You see that? See the speed? See the way it closed and then gapped open there? That's a volume imbalance open. And you just gotta toss it. You get me? You just gotta toss it, man. So there you go. If you're bullish, you don't want to see this. This is what I meant. You have this fair value gap. You have the, I'm just gonna draw it, right? There you go. 1 and 2. As painted, has annotated, has mentioned, we have a breakaway right here. Look at that, folks. Implied fair value gap. That's all I'm using. Today's class is about implied fair value gaps. Oh yeah, look at that. And you want to tell me that I can take any PDRA that I want and I can just rock it up. Oh, listen, y'all ain't listening. I am a man of so many weapons. I go to war with my artillery, with my arsenal, and I enter the place like Manchester United because I'm a red devil. Pow. Skrr. Look at that, people. Look at that, huh? You want to tell me you're an Android? You're an Android. Yes, I'm an Android. That's exactly what I am. I would rather say this is laser beam level. Laser beam. When my eyes lock on the target, it's gone, bro. It is cooked. Pay attention, people. Pre-annotated arrays. Look at the open. See the recalibration there? Watch the manipulation. Oh my, you guys are in class today. I should have just left this for my Discord group. But it's okay, my Discord people. If you have any questions, you can ask. And we would even go into the thorough detail as to why. Implied fair value gaps. I'm telling you. Boom, break away. Did it break away now? Did that break away? Is that a breakaway gap now? I gave you 4 PD arrays. 1, 2. Let me do this so we can know what we're dealing with, okay? Just so you guys can know who you're cooking with. Yeah, man, kitchen is hot. There's 1. There's your 2. Okay. Boom. And this is your 3. Just so you can know what we were identifying. There you go, folks. Just so you know what we're identifying. Okay? I want you to pay attention. Yes. If you're here for free, at least you can spend with your time and focus. Because Mr. Cappuccino Jones, yeah, he busting up the place, y'all. We are running things. Come on now. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. You know you want it. You know you want it. So here you go. You have this inside candle. You have this inside candle. So this is what redelivery looks like. All of this is what you call reassessing price. That's all it is. It is reassessing. That's why it is struggling there. Because there's a reassessment of value of the current asset value going on at that time. Right here, right now. That is what you call reassessment. Oh man, look at the specific. Look how specific that is. So you're telling me that I gave you the hindsight levels on the left, and now it is responding just like we dictate on Discord. I'm not playing with you guys, y'all. I'm giving you a vision. I'm selling a vision. You don't understand what I'm doing. And if you don't know, then you don't know. You don't know. Look at that, folks. Between here and between there. What's going on there? Look currently. Pay attention. This is live price action. I can't stop laughing. That wick hit to the tick again. Oh my God. Listen, I'm sharing with you something that you claim that you think. So here's the thing, right? I bet you, some people are watching this right now, and you won't see them in the chat because they're hiding. They're hiding. They don't want to contribute. They don't want to like. They don't want to subscribe. They don't want to draw any sense of attention to the fact that they are here. And I know it because it's the same experience I had on Twitter. I saw them. Sometimes I would see all kinds of comments, and you could tell, sub tweets, or they'll be referring to me. And I'm like, I don't even go around. I don't even be going around talking, like posting in other people's comments. So why is my name coming up? Pay attention. What's going on here, folks? What is this? Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Are you mad? Are you mad? Look at that! Controller! Listen! Oh my! Let me tell you something. I told you. This was no guessing. This was none of that. Or, if I told you right up here, if you're bullish, you do not want to see price come back there. This is a bad man thing. You get me, Jay? Jay's trying to trigger. He's trying to prompt me into gangster. It's a bad man thing. I told you guys, man. What's that? It went up. I told you right here. I said this PD array is a controller. You know what that means? It is controlling how far it's going to go so that it's going to bring it back down. I told y'all. I'm sick and tired of these unbelievers. They don't want to believe. Listen, yo, Twitter people, my Twitter people, come outside, come and play. I did here, bro. I did here for all of you with a 100,000 account. I am here for y'all. I'm right here for you. Hidden controller. Listen, I got so many tools here. Pay attention. I was telling you the whole time. Pay attention. How is that hindsight? You want to call that hindsight? I dare you haters, come over here, man. We telling you, I'm your market maker. I make your indicators work. And I make your indicators fail at my will. Because I'm the Petros and the keys have been given to me. The keys, baby. told y'all. Yeah, man. I told you guys. Now, your responsibility is to cut. Go cut and clip this and send it to them. I am the foremost. I am the best student. I am the number one who knows all. Yeah. I've been given the keys, baby. Connor, you see what you've done? Now I'm in trouble. Now you got me all hyped up. Now I'm telling them I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. Blame Connor, people. But pay attention. Pay attention. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that close right there. Look at that. I'm going to move this so you can see clearly, for those who are blind. Look at that, people. See that right there? What's that price? What's that close? 29322 and 50 cents. This is the one. You can see the thing there. 29322 and 50 cents. Yes. There you go, folks. I bet you thought it was going here, didn't you? You thought it was going there. You wanted to see my controller fail. I have told you a million times, and I will keep telling you a billion more times, and then into the trillion times, into eternity, my controller will never fail. He lives forever. He is eternal. He is supernatural. There is nothing he cannot do, and anything that he doesn't want to do will not get done. He is the one who is the Word, and the Word shall become flesh. And the flesh will be laid on the cross, and he will die and defeat death, and he will resurrect again for the sins of man, to prove that he is God, and therefore the Father will place all things under his feet. He controls all things. Get it in your skull. Jesus is alive. Alive and well and in charge. And nothing, no one can do anything about that. That's a fact, and you could take that to the Matthew 25 bank. Woo! Now, how about that for content, folks? How about that for content? I gave it to you all the way down, and I said, this is the controller. It's not a fair value gap, folks. This is not a fair value gap. It's an implied fair value gap. And I told you. What are you talking about? Bro, you tell nothing. Are you dumb? Are you? I think you just got here, bro. I think you just got here. I think you just got here. You must have missed it, man. There you go. I told this is the controller. If you've been here yesterday and the day before and last week and the week before, I've been talking about controller. I have explained exactly what it does. It controls price. It's going to go so far and come back. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, bro. Whatever your name is, you don't have a clue. I promise you. Why don't you get on the YouTube? I will pull up, bro, and my people will pull up, and we will watch you run it live. Show us things like implied fair value gap, bro. I'm just using wicks. Wicks. You know what wicks are? It's in the name, baby. It's in the name. Algowick. Yeah. Think about it. You don't know nothing, bro. You don't know nothing. Gaps. You don't have a clue. You don't even have a clue what it is. You have no idea. You want to tell me I can do something like this? It can go right up there and then come back right down through. Why? Tell me why didn't it stop right here and then go higher? I bet you they wanted that high. I told them, if you are bullish, I told you, Mod, if you are bullish, you don't want to see it come down here. What's going on right now? Look at this. Does this look being controlled to you, or are you blind? Are you blind? Or does this look controlled to you? Look at the specific prices it's using. Look. Just pay attention. Just look. Look at the specific prices it's using. It's going up there to get permission from Algowick. And then come back down. Liquidity raid into rejection block. Oh, man. Anyway. Feedback, people. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Talk to me. Is this solid content or what? Is this the kind of content you want to be seeing every day? Because at Algowick, we supply premium content. Not your average Mickey Mouse. Oh yeah, well, this is what I think. Like none of that nonsense, man. We give you the ultimate best. The type that you will watch and you'll be like, how did he know? How did he do that? What gave him so much confidence to believe that this thing is coming back? What gave him so much confidence to say that specific implied fair value gap that he was noting down way before it was printing this candle? Listen, after this live stream, rewind back to this time. Rewind back to 238 or so, thereabouts. Rewind it back. Track it back. And then tell me when we got this candle, when it was forming at 240. Way before. And I said, this one, this implied fair value gap, that in itself is a controller. It wasn't even controlling anything yet. They want to hack my controller, yo. They want to hack my control. They want to figure it out. They want to be like, man, he keeps talking about his control. They want to hack my. I promise you, gentlemen. Look, let me show you something. Let me show you something. You see that? Look, this is it. If you think I am using higher time frames to predict, I am not using higher time. This is the same chart, folks. Same chart. When I go back into focus, this is the 1 minute. I'm not doing multiple time frame analysis. I'm not using higher time frame to get more precision. I ain't doing none of that. We're going to go back to it. Look, price is trash. Look, here's the 5 minute. Look, price is trash. Okay. Right? This is 1 minute, folks. None of that. We're back in focus. That's all I'm seeing. Cap height. You want to put me in trouble. You want to put me in trouble, ISD. ISD said cap height. Cap height in a 7-hour time frame. They think it's a 7-hour time frame. Oh my days. Clueless. But how do you pick the right implied fair value gap since there are wicks on 98% of the candle formation? An implied fair value gap in itself is a pattern. And I appreciate the question, PM. I do. I appreciate the question. But implied fair value gap is just a pattern in itself, but there's more to it. When I'm using it like this, there's a lot more to it. I'm just using wicks, but there's a lot more to the quote unquote sequence. So of course, like I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm going to try and cheat. I'm going to use a whole lot of logic that I know these trolls and these These maggots, they ain't got it, man. Look at that, folks. Does this look controlled to you? Liquidity rate, back to control. Does it look controlled to you? Huh? It is so frustrating dealing with unbelievers, folks. It is so frustrating dealing with people who don't believe that you cracked something. You post about it on Twitter and they don't believe you. Some people troll with no, their personal picture. You never know what their face is like. You don't know who they are. They're just hiding, cowards. And you keep on posting for over a year, trying to give good news, trying to give things to people. And they're still like, oh, yeah, he's doing it. He never shows his, because they're looking for signals. That's probably what it is. That's what it is. Oh, how do we know that you got it like you do? And now I'm doing it on live streams and they still don't believe. They still don't believe. Look, folks, do you think I am frightened? Do you think I am surprised by price action? This is the control. I told you, this is what it does. You thought my controller was a fair value gap, right? Oh, now we're implying it. Maybe another day we'll use order blocks. How about that? Oh. Yeah, man, it's fantastic, folks. But yeah, let me get back to the comments. So Usman said, this goes back. Thanks for sharing this. Always need a slide a little good. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's just, it's a preacher man thing. Bro, you tell, oh yeah, no, I already dealt with him. Tell nothing which, know which can is like that. Yeah, it's okay. Let him slide. Let him slide. Feedback, bro. I saw the most accurate ICT walkthrough of my life. Very nice, bro. For me, it's pretty hard. People really need focus on candles and wicks. Yeah, but and you're right. Like people do need to focus on candles, wicks, and whatnot. But they don't even know how the formation. Like they don't know how to put the thing together. Like I'm just using a specific pattern, and I'm using that to determine. Folks. You can call it a pattern in, like in a general sense, but I'm actually using specific prices. The ones that I know are going to be salient. There's more to it, man. But, people want to talk like there's no precision or only ICT can do it. Then pull up a live stream and invite us. Let us watch you run it like that. Candle by candle. Show us how you can call the market structure. Yeah? Show us the market structure. Way before it forms. So you're telling me that you know how to predict the market maker sell model before it even starts. Right there, 240. And I said to you guys, way before it started, pay attention. Just pay attention. You didn't believe me then, did ya? Oh man, went to buy. How did you pick the right? So PM. The point is, there's already it's a PD array. It goes by specific prices and whatnot, and then you apply a sequence. There's a sequence that rules the market. There's a sequence that does rule pricing. It is not support resistance. Don't let people tell you that. It is a lie. It is not support resistance, although the PD arrays do act as support or resistance. But as you know yourself, if you try that, you'll see how effective it is in your hands, and it's not always like that. Except for Algowick, of course. I was thinking the same. They have a specific time frame, but no. Chosen said he uses, oh, bro. Now, listen, guys. I know what's going on. Guys like Jay, they're trying to set me up. They're going to post something in the chat because they know I'm going to want to react. So now I have to be disciplined and not react. You want to put me in the crosshairs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll crush them, but Carter said, those with faith need no explanation. Ooh. Those without faith, no explanation is sufficient. Oh my God. Ooh. Order blocks next. Yes, please. Said Chicolak. So yeah, Chico said order blocks next? Question mark. Yes, please. XT said why gold back? No, don't listen to XT. Don't listen to him. I am irritated. I am appalled. I am over gold back. Yeah, that's what I think of gold back. My stomach turns. I know you were joking, bro. I know you're prompting me, bro. You're prompting me to, yeah. So you know what? I might as well say it. Gold back is trash. There you go. Anyone who trades gold back or even anything related to 369, trash. Blech. Vomit. That's what it is. They only make it work in hindsight. Only in hindsight. They have to readdress, redraw a range before they get the perfect power of three, my foothold. 40. Next 5 candles. Because you saw what the last 2 to 3 are going to do, or what do you mean with a sequence? Oh, well, like it works with the trading day hours. No, it ain't that. That's just a thing that I found that lines up with ICT's times, and it works. I mean, it definitely works for me, but yeah, like there's a fractal nature to it, but no, that's not what I used here. Never, was joking. Luke said, gold back equals always trying to get your gold back because you lost it. Yo, gentlemen, listen. Luke said, gold back equals always trying to get your gold back because you lost it. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it is. All these long, man, that's the best quote for sure. Hands down. Yeah, man, they still trying to get the gold back, yo. That's what it is. They're still trying to get their gold back, man. Their backs are broken from trying to carry all the gold into our vaults. Ooh, you like it? Gold back doesn't read price like this. Yeah, I want to see them. I want to see them read it like this. Well ahead of time. Listen, guys, in case you weren't here, okay, and maybe you just, look, don't get carried away by my, extravagant behavior, or, this is just trying to create content, like trying to entertain. But in the midst of the entertainment, there's something. Not only do I have the confidence, I'll tell you that for sure. You can probably tell. This dude is confident. He knows what he's talking about. But, we got to hype it up and da-da-da. But remove the hype, remove the entertainment, remove the extravagant, loud behavior. Focus on this. How is it that when I tell you that this, anytime I say the word controller, everybody already knows. At least if you're familiar, they already know what to expect. I've explained it so many times. So many times. But remove all of that. Why is the charts, why are these candlesticks on the 1 minute time frame Why are they doing the very thing? I drew it all up for you. I gave you these blue boxes so you can know the specific range. But I gave you the specific lines, the 50%, so you can know the specific prices over here. Look, let's walk it down again in hindsight, right? Look at this, folks. Look at that. Let me move this so you can see it clearly. Look at that. I'm just trying to tell you, there's something going on. There's a fresh kid on the block. There's a fresh kid on the block. Controller is down here. We went all the way up here. We came back down here. And now we're addressing. It is what it does, people. And I'm trying to entertain, and I get it. Like, look, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to sign up to this way of trading. You don't have to sign up to this logic. You don't have to believe. I mean, I don't have time for unbelievers, but we are all entitled to our own choices, right? But you will never, ever tell me that this doesn't look controlled. And if you don't believe because of what it looks like now, go back and rewind and then watch it over again. I told you this right here, this specific, I'm going to remove this for a second so you can see the specific prices. This one and this one. This one and this one. I told you, pay attention. And I told you specifically, this is the controller. It's going to act as a controller. It's not a fair value gap. It's not a BISI. But I said this is going to act like this is the controller. Boom. And back. And through and back. And you want to tell me that I don't know what's going to... So, I'll say this frankly. I went to, I think it was, I don't know if it was, I can't remember which specific space it was. But I was in the space and I said, I know how long price is going to consolidate for. Yep. I said it to them. They heard it. I mean, imagine having, it's kind of like Joseph in the Bible, in the book of Genesis. He goes to his brothers and, he said, hey, listen, guys, I had a dream. Yeah. I had a dream that you lot were bowing down to me. And they were like, how dare you? Yeah, I had a dream that you guys, you were bowing down to me. Now, who wants to hear that? And his brothers are like, bro, get out of here, you arrogant little, right? And so they sold him. They sold their own brother. That's the world we're living in, folks. They sold him. We live in a world where people will sell their own kin. How much more people that they don't even care about? They sold their own brother, folks. That's what happened. And so he went through the journey. He went through Egypt, and God was with him. He stayed faithful, and God was with him. I can relate personally, in my own personal life, I can relate with that story so deeply. So deeply, I'm telling you. So deeply. Why? Because we live in a world of unbelievers. We live in a wicked world. We live in a world where when you are chosen by God, when you are chosen, you will go through some experiences. And you will tell people, hey, listen, I got the keys to the kingdom. And they'll be like, how dare you? How dare you come in here, into this space, and start talking like you got the 100%? How dare you? Who do you think you are? How dare you come up in here and try to talk like you're better than any of us? And so what do? They rally people against you. They talk about you in the back end, in the corners of their spaces. They talk about you in the DMs. And they think you don't know. They think you don't know. Because when you gossip about someone, they will gossip about you. That's a lesson you need to learn deeply. So I don't participate. I don't participate in their shenanigans. Let them be. They don't want you. Let them have it. Here's the truth. Number one, they will never catch up to me. They will never be able to do this. What you guys have seen live, I have done this so many times. Like, I mean, at this point, I don't even know. I've done it so many times with people in private, in group, like, I've done it so many times. This is nothing. This is YouTube. You think I'm going to give the best on YouTube? But yet, the very least that I'm giving here is better than their best. Tell me, folks, do you see any indicator up here? Do you see any indicator up here? Zero. Purest. Price action. Control. Absolute. Control. You see nothing up in here. Nothing. Zero indicator. No algorithm, coded nothing from ChatGPT or Claude or whatever. None of that. Nothing in TypeScript. Zero, folks. Control. Candle by candle. Here you go. Up in there. Boom. And we're just taking PD arrays. And they're going to tell you it is impossible. Just pay attention, man. Like, look. You want to tell me like this half? Actually, let me bring back the quadrant there so you can see what I was. There you go. There's your quadrant. There's your quadrant. Look at that, folks. Now, why? What is so special about implied fair value gap? It is implied. It is implied. It is not a natural fair value gap. Like a BC or a CB, it is not a natural one. It is not the common one. I imply all kinds of PD arrays, folks. Anything. I can imply anything I want. And there ain't nothing anybody can do about it. Not even the man himself, ICT. Because when you have the thing in your hand, no one can take it away from you. Nobody. Once you have it, once you got that jade, as he taught, you ain't getting it back, bro. Nobody's getting it back. That's why we study hard. That's why we do the homeworks when we're given. Hey, he's going to tweet. I want you to focus on this fair value gap. I want you to pay attention to it. I want you to do these drills. Control. That's what I'm showcasing. That's the hint for you guys, especially the unbelievers. That's the hint. There you go. There you go, yo. Who was it that said 12, 14? 12, 13, 12, 14? Who said that earlier? Trust me, you do not want this low. Like you guys do, you trolls do not want this. You want me embarrassed right now. Trust me, because I'm gonna cook you guys, man. I'm gonna cook y'all. You're gonna get cooked. The kitchen will be too hot for you. There you go. From here, pay attention. It's gonna go up to calm down. Controller. That's what it does. Yeah, it was chilling, guy. Well done, bro. Look at that. Look how close you got. You're like, I think you were, what's that low? 29298. Yeah, like 3 handles, bro. Less than 3 handles, as a matter of fact. Less than 3 handles. Would you believe that, huh? Wasn't even me. Wasn't even me. Brother mentioned it. This was the one that I had initially. You know, I had it like this and then like that. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Right there. Boom. And then we were looking at this like that. Boom. 3 handles, folks. You want to tell me that this is a coincidence? You want to tell me that we had this right up there? And you want to tell me we gave you all the PD arrays that will be used, like as it was coming down here, it's going to be used for a repeat. Because this is a major, let me show you. All of this, like that, that is a major liquidity engineering event. That's what that is. Major. Every hour phenomena. Could it be? I told you, bro. I told you. Every hour it prints. Every hour. They say it doesn't print every hour. My stuff prints every hour. I don't know about them, but it prints every hour, baby. Without fail. XCT said, this is really interesting. There you go, trolls. There you go, trolls. You were in trouble. There you go, trolls. Look at that, look at that, look at that raid. Look at that, look at that, look at that raid. We gave you that low. Look at that high. Oh, oh. Listen, you didn't whine. Argue with your grandfather. Go and argue with your grandfather. Don't come here and argue with me. You didn't whine me. Get out of here, man. Let the sugar attract the ants. Let the sugar what? Attract the ants. Because over here, when I have all these worms, yeah, when they're worming their way into my chat, when they're worming their way into my tweets, when they're worming their way into my space, guess what I do? I pour salt on them. I pour salt on them. Nomos. Nomos said, entertainment and accuracy. LOL. Yes, baby. LOL to y'all. LOL, baby. LMFAO. No, wait, actually, no. LMAO, because you know what the F stands for. LMAO, LOA, LOA, LMAO, LOA, LMAO, LMAO. I'm going to put some mayo up in your bread, and then I'm going to eat your bread with you. Yeah, we're going to give you some mayonnaise, baby. LMAO for your mayonnaise. Man, listen, man. Whatever. We just, look, we're just having a laugh, people. This is just entertainment. I told you, okay? This is just entertainment. Don't take anything that you see on here as 2 things. Do not take it as financial advice, number 1. And number 2, do not take anything here seriously. Yeah. Don't take me seriously. I don't know anything, okay? I'm just a random guy who just likes to pull up on YouTube and entertain traders. That's it, okay? That's it. That's it, y'all. We calm up in here. We calm. You get me, yeah? Calm with a black shirt. Yeah. Absolutely. Look at that. Pay attention now. Pay attention. Now you see the low, yeah? Pay attention. You have this opening price there. Boom. This opening price between 330 and 350, you want to use that as a reference point. Just that specific price. So that's your 2930900, whatever that is. Yeah. No, yeah, 29309 and 50. Okay? That's just your reference point to the end of this live stream. That's all it is. We don't care about this. We don't care about anything down here. We don't even care about anything. We don't care about nothing. This is pure entertainment at this point. Why? Because I don't give a rat's no more, y'all. The point is made. The point is made. The point is made, baby. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you unbelievers and doubters a question. Yeah? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Sucker! Dun 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 dun. Bum ba dun dun dun. Bum dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Can you dig it? I think I'm cooked at this point, right? I think I'm cooked, man. I think they're going to cook me. It's coming. I can feel it coming. They're going to be like, ooh, he talked a big game. But, man, it worked out for him. We need to attack him now. So here you go. You can see the reference point as I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Does that look like it's being referenced to you? Or are we just going to act like normals? All you need is the button to press and it plays the audio clip for you. I'm telling you, man. That's it. Does that look like it's being referenced right now, people? Why didn't this run through? I gave it to you right there and then. People, I've got a level of control that I can hand over to you. No joke. Because it was handed over to me. Let that confidence sit through your spine, haters. Let it sit right through. Because I can't stand it, man. They've been coming at me for over a year. Did you know that? Yeah, man. So now, yeah. Now is their turn. The 7 skinny cows. If you know the story of Joseph, you're going to know what I'm talking about. See how I brought it back? Entertainment, baby. Freestyle. Look at that. Reference. That's what that is. You see that? Reference. That's all it is. 29309 and 25 cents. That's what you call reference. Hang it up. Pause it up to let it flow, to let it roll, baby. Just like Usman said. Usman said going for buy side. He knows, yo. Usman knows. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Why is it doing that? Tell me, people, why? I didn't use auto blocks. I didn't use anything. Tell me. Somebody come and tell me, why is my specific prices lining up like I'm the one literally dictating it? I told you this is what it does, people. You want me to take you to church again? Let me tell you something. In the book of Job, God is speaking. He called all his angels, and including Lucifer. He showed up. He showed up. And God said to Satan, hey, yo, my boy, let me tell you something. Of all the people on earth, look at my guy Job. Isn't he just wonderful? He is faithful, he's a worshiper, and he is just unlike anybody on earth. And guess what this devil said? He's able to run it like this because you covered him with a hedge. You protected him. Why don't you let me deal with him? That's the devil, folks. There are people that know that there's a grace upon your life. There's a special anointing, in a sense, if you want to use that word. There's something about you that is just different. And they recognize it. And they wish they could tarnish that. They could ruin that for you. The Bible calls them, when Jesus said your father, and your father is the devil. Dang. It was like, shocker. Anyway, you have, mind you, he's just doing his thing, don't worry. But yeah, and God said, okay, I see what you're saying. Why don't we do this? You can do whatever you want to him, but you cannot kill him though. You cannot kill him, okay? But whatever you want, do away. Have at it. Do whatever you want with him. And what happened to Job? He started getting sick. He started having all kinds of disease, like really bad things happened to him. His children, folks, even his wife. Imagine this. You're a faithful man of God. You focus, you love God, you obey, you're doing all the right things. And the funny thing is, even his wife, at the key part of his life, is telling him, why don't you just curse God and die? The devil has a way of infiltrating. Especially, he knows how to use things, he knows how to do things to make you lose hope. But Job never lost hope. Even his friends came to him. And these are wise, they came with all the philosophy and everything. And they came to him and they said, bro, are you sure you didn't do something against God? You must have done something. I mean, like, the things that are happening to you, it must be your fault. His own friends, by the way. It must be your fault. You must have done something wrong. You must have done something bad, Job. That's the world we're living in. And long story short, God restored everything back to him. God himself restored. And he had more wealth than he ever had. He was blessed. With everything that he lost, he gained back and more. Why? Because everything on this planet, it doesn't matter. It's fugazi. The only thing that makes sense and the only thing worth your time, the only thing that is worth anything is your faith in him. That's the truth. You don't have to like it. You can unsubscribe, whatever. You don't have to, but it is the truth. It is the absolute truth. The only thing that matters is your faith. So when I tell you the controller, he's a controller for a reason, folks. And he controls my life. And I am grateful. I thank God that he has given me the ability to be able to look at price action in a way most people wish. They pray. Because I know I got it by praying. I'm like, God, I need help. I need to figure this out. I've lost too much in my life. I need your help. And man, things just boom, 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 boom. Things just started lining up for me, folks. The PD arrays, ICT started teaching things. I don't know what it was, but I know I can connect it to that specific time. 2024. Because I'm like, oh, I want mastery. You try, 2023, 2022, you try, it's like up and down, and it's like, oh. But you want that sense of, I want to be like this guy. I want to run it like he can. Luke said, I know whom I believed in. I have believed in, and I'm persuaded that he is able. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, bro. I appreciate. Guys, let me tell you something, yeah. My Discord, forget about, the fact that, like the 2 packages and you can sign up for whatever, all these things. It's the caliber of people that are coming in. It's the type of people. Like, I'm attracting real people. No games, no nonsense people. They just genuine. People that are so support. Like, it's weird, but man, it's fantastic, and I'm grateful because they make it so easy for me. They don't give me stress. We have a great time. We have a laugh. Everything's just seamless. Easy. So I don't know what it is, but I just know whatever is going on, it is beyond my capacity. Something is popping, y'all. There's a new kid on the block, and I know for a fact it is not my doing. I am not your marketer, folks. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that marketing type of guy. The only thing I know is charts, folks. I only know financial markets, money, all these things. That money flows, that's all I know. But other than that, I don't have the art creativity skills. And yet, people are signing up. Why is that? 2 weeks. 2 weeks, folks. And people are signing up like crazy. What's going on? Maybe it's because I come on YouTube like this and I just do my thing, have a laugh, and just, try to make it entertaining, right? Try to do the entertainment, thing. But tucked in with all that madness is something deeper. There you go, folks. There you go. Boom, bada bam, boom. Okay? Discount back to premium. I know my people know what's up. They know what's going on. Just as we preached, yo. But yeah, that's what's going on, folks. So I don't know, I'm gonna put a red line right there because we want to see a horse smacking the horse smacker. But yeah, honestly, yeah. I think that's what it is. Talked into the entertainment, talked into the madness is something that people see and they're like, okay, this is where I need to be. Show me the way, bro. So yeah, I have no problems. I know how to hand it over. I know what works. I know exactly what works. I have broken certain things down in a way where it's like, you know what? There's no need to hide nothing. There's no need to hide nothing. I know what works, and that's all that matters. You see that? Close, open. There you go. Look at that. Close, open. Recalibration. Using that specific price. You see that? You see that right there? You guys are seeing that, right? You're seeing that. Look at it. Look. You saw that? The opening price? It's like green. You see that? You see that? That is recalibration in real time. That is what recalibration is. I'm telling you, there are things that play out on these charts, and I know what they are. That is recalibration. You see that? Look, keep looking. We have in 8 seconds. Look at that. You see that? Now pay attention to the very next candle. Very next candle, you're gonna get it. Here we go. Pow. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that. Oh, you're gonna get it. Oh, y'all gonna learn. You will learn. You will learn. You will learn. Are you crying now? Where the trolls at, y'all? Oh my goodness. Look at that. You will learn. Today is education day. I came up here, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do the whole review thing. I'm not going to take too long, waste your time. We're going to talk about implied fair value gaps today. Today is the implied fair value gap day. You will learn. We will educate. The education is too strong. I know what I'm talking about. Next candle right now. Boom. You get it? Boom. Rewind the stream. Boom. Yeah, that's the direction. There you go, folks. Don't come here, try to act like you don't know what controller is. Where is it going? Where is it going? Implied fair value gap that is acting as a controller. Not resistance, not support. It is acting as a toll gate. It is controlling traffic. That's your the real area. Jonathan said, market maker cap. Look at that, people. Look, bro. Are you blind? Or you just can't see? Which one is it? Unbeliever. Are you blind or you just can't see? Which one is it, folks? Look at that high. Look at this open. It closed right here. Look at that open. Boom. Open right there. Are you blind or you just can't see? I'm tired of unbelievers, man. I'm telling you, like, oh, it grinds me, man. I'm telling you, like, all right now. Give me 30 seconds and we smack a horse, shall we? And then we close the stream. Let's smack a horse, please. Market makers, give me that smacking. I just got my gold back. I just got my gold back. Oh, man. We got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Luke, this is for you, bro. I'm going to take it off, guys, so you can see what's going on. Horse smacking, yeah? Controller, baby. Please, I don't want... From now on, yeah, if you are gonna come here and troll, you want signals? Come get it. I'm always ready. I'm always ready. Listen, I'm always ready. Always ready. Look at that. Who got smacked? Whose horse? Whose neck? Whose neck got broken there? Problem for trolls is that's too fast. It's too fast. They're like, oh, it's too fast. I'm telling you, people. I'm trying to communicate something. But they don't want to listen, man. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Let me show you something. That low is 313 and 313.25. Okay? That's the same candle as the one that I said pay attention. We're gonna refer it to the to the end of the the session, like just this one. Like we don't care about this one, it's just entertainment. But look, there you go, 25 cents, smacked right back down to that specific one. That one. It opened, it did its thing, left the high, and then boom. Yep, go dig into that. Go dig into that. 322. Go dig into that. Apparently, I heard there are some time wizards. That's what I heard. I heard there are some time wizards. They think they figure it out. Bro, come up in here, show us a live stream. I'm not even asking for too much. I just want to read. I just want to see how you do it. Just show me how to do it. Just show us how you do it, man. Time wizards, show us the way. Help me learn something. Show us the way, folks. Anyway, look, gentlemen and lady or ladies, if you're in here today. So after this live stream, once I end broadcast, I'm gonna change the name to Implied Fair Value Gaps, and since that's kind of like the lesson for the day, and hopefully you saw something today. Hopefully you saw something that was entertaining. Hopefully you saw something that Chico said, bro, any post-stream homework for the YouTube audience? Post-stream homework. Post-stream homework. It's a good question, bro. I didn't expect that one. Okay. I want you to pay attention to rejection blocks. Yep. Rejection blocks. Oh, here's another idea. If you know, this is a villain move, okay? Real villain move. But if you guys want me to show you somebody else's model and you want it for free, just put it in the chat next time. Real villain move. Let us expose. Let us share some models. We know exactly what model works and what model will not work. And we can do like a model review, that kind of thing? Yeah. Anyway, would you look at that? Look at that, folks. Specific prices, people. Specific. Look at that. You like that? You guys like that? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, folks. Pay attention. Look at that. I told y'all. I can't stand. Listen, I told you guys, man. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Boom. 355. Anyway, as I was saying, hopefully you guys can take something from this. If it is just about implied fair value gaps, I showed you enough about them. I showed you enough about them. We were here at the time, and this is what it looks like now. Okay? But all of this I'd not printed yet. It was just like that. That's all it was. So yeah. And if you want a homework, why don't you maybe come back to this video and watch it as many times as you need and just begin to plot them. Just plot them. And just back test them. Plot the pattern, the specific prices. Watch how I do it. It's just like a fair value gap, but except it's the wicks. Okay? Just plot them. Try to see if you can unlock something. Okay? Because we are talking real precision. I just used implied fair value gaps today. You didn't see me use order block. Well, I guess I used this one, but you know, a bit unfair. But but yeah, like you didn't see me use much. I just used these one PD array to completely run the whole game to the tick, baby, to the tick. Yeah. So yeah, I really I appreciate your support, guys. I really appreciate that you guys are here. I like the type of people that are coming on, coming up in the chat most of the time. It encourages me to show up, to actually I am genuinely enjoying this. I know I get loud sometimes. It's just fun, but yeah, like it's just honestly, I really enjoy this. I didn't realize it would be this fun. Honestly, I just thought, oh, it's just something you got to do and then you got to close up shop. But I am really enjoying myself. I really am. So I thank you guys for making the experience worthy. I really thank you guys for making the experience feel, it feels way better. It feels way better. Alex. Why, Alex? You see what I'm talking about, guys? My Discord people you guys are notorious, man. You guys are dangerous. You guys are dangerous, man. Yeah, I know that one. Oh, I know that one very well. Very well. I know it so well, it's in the name. Yeah. I know it so well. I know where it fails. I know where it will work. Oh, you want some drama? You see, these are troublemakers, folks. Troublemakers, man, I'm telling you. But yeah, I know that one so well. In fact, anyway, I ain't gonna talk about that. It is what it is. Luke said, "Thanks for the stream, Cap. This was fun and educational." Yeah, we just trying to educate, entertain, all these things. As you can see, let me make this bigger for so they can see it. Look at that. Look at that, folks. But yeah, trouble trade. Yeah, man. But yeah, so all I'm trying to say is this. If you keep on showing up, you never know what you're going to get on the day. I don't know what I'm going to get on the day. I didn't even know today I was going to talk about implied fair value gaps. Tomorrow it might be redelivery balance. Tomorrow it might be volume imbalances. Tomorrow it might be something else. Tomorrow it might be all kinds of, it might be mad thing. You never know. Tomorrow it might just be whatever. Listen, folks. Let me tell you something. Does that look controlled to you? Like it's just going like this is it, boom, boom. Does it look controlled to you, folks? Does it look controlled? Look at that, folks. Listen, I know you saw that. There's my alarm. We want to see, does this body close above this opening price right there? We're gonna refer it to the rest of the day, right? I wonder why. But I'm trying to tell you guys something. And until you believe, you will not find freedom, folks. Because like I said, they might have sold Joseph. But let me tell you something. Joseph is the governor now. Woo! You gotta know your Bible stories, people. Otherwise you won't. The jokes won't hit, man. You won't make the connection. Somebody said something. He said, "Please, I'm new here, cheesy. I want to learn." How long have you been trading? Because I want to close the shop. But how long have you been trading, real quick, cheesy? Kevin James said, "Impressive." I'm happy to impress. I'm glad you were impressed. I hope you're inspired even more. and I hope it causes you to want to dig. That's my honest hope. Cheesy, how long have you been trading? If you are new to trading, go to Inner Circle Traders YouTube and watch the core content there. Familiarize yourself with the language, and these videos that I have here will always be here. Okay, they're not going anywhere, right? So you can always refer back to them. If you're new, that's it. If you are not new and you are familiar with ICT concepts, then okay. Because the things that I talk about, my use cases, they're advanced. In fairness, they're advanced. That's why the type of people that will do well with me are people who already understand the language, but they're still, they're looking for, connection pieces in a sense. Almost like a, breakdown. But I'm not a 5-minute mentorship guy. I'm not a, it's not easy. The things that I showcase are not, I'm not going to make it any easier for anyone. If anything, you would be scratching your head more than you already are. So, but yeah. But if you want to see precision, if you want to see a handling of price in real time, then yeah, that's the brand control. Gentlemen, I appreciate you. I thank you. We will see you tomorrow. Have a nice day and have a good night. Cap out.